breaking news, fiber still good for you and not toxic. Sorry, carnivores. So this new study looked at intake of dietary fiber and risk of developing prostate cancer and dying from prostate cancer, in addition to all-cause mortality, so death from any cause. And what did they find? Well, about 50,000 participants, ages 55 to 74, and they followed them for 8 years and looked at the incidence of prostate cancer, death from prostate cancer, and death from all causes. For people consuming high fiber versus low fiber, so again, above 21.5 grams versus below 14.5 grams, 7-gram difference in fiber intake per day, they saw a 13% reduction in the risk of developing prostate cancer. They didn't really see any difference when they sectioned it out by type of fiber. It seemed that total fiber intake was just as predictive as the subsets of fiber. Highest versus lowest fiber intake dropped risk by 7% of prostate cancer mortality. Insoluble fiber, highest versus lowest, dropped risk by 20%, and insoluble dropped it by 16%. It's all still moving in that appropriate direction, but it just didn't reach a level of significance. Now, I can't make the claim that it's protective against prostate cancer mortality, but I think it could be explained by the fact that you just don't have that many people dying of prostate cancer, and you can't get a high enough subject number to get enough statistical power to show significant differences. Now, if we get to the big coup de grace, which is all-cause mortality, basically how many people die just from any cause, fiber still comes out a winner. So if we're looking at the annual screening arm of this, like the higher risk folks, highest versus lowest intake of fiber, 17% risk reduction. And then if we split that up into insoluble fiber, it was also a 17% risk reduction, and for soluble fiber, it was a 15% risk reduction. Pretty tight data there. Now, if we're looking at the usual care arm, it was actually a 20% risk reduction for total fiber, 22% risk reduction for insoluble fiber, and a 15% risk reduction for soluble fiber. People who eat more fiber are less likely to die, less likely to get cancer, less likely to get cardiovascular disease, less likely to get type 2 diabetes. I mean, just go down your list of diseases. Get at least 20 grams of fiber in per day, preferably more.